Okay, what's going on? Downtown Vancouver. You may recognize this view from about 6 weeks ago when Dan and I tried to prime out just across the street using, what was it? Slick
Willy 2. Or
Slick
3.
Willy 3. Slick Willy 3. And failed miserably. So a very similar setup here today, or similar amount of hose. And we got some treats here. Our buddy Sean at Concrete Pump Supply hooked us up with not only the best line pump primer I've ever used, it's essentially packaged bentonite. And in my opinion, bentonite is the most successful rate of prime aside from grout delivered in a ready mix truck. What would you say? What do you think? I think it's better than I think it's better than cement powder.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You don't think? Really? Cement powder, you don't have to worry about contaminating the first bit of concrete, but I can prime further with bentonite than I can with cement powder.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with you.
It's debatable. It's pretty close, but this stuff is way cheaper and way easier to store and whatnot. So, which is why I like these individual packets, which definitely are more money than buying this by the sack. But I've had a ton of guys message me asking, where do you get your bentonite from? And I guess, you know, not everybody has a local drilling supply company to them. So this is a great option if that's the case. Not only for that, but also for logistics. You don't end up with busted 50-pound sacks of bentonite mud all over your yard.
And wasting half of it because it gets contaminated or wet before you can use it.
Especially in our climate in the wintertime here, when it's not like it is out today. So these do work really well. Like I said, they're definitely more money than buying by the sack. But there's definitely a convenience factor as well. So, and then this one, so I've tried this only on the small boom, and I didn't video it because I didn't want the commenters to make fun of me for using primer on a small boom. Dan would make fun of me too. I want to try it out on like our 56 or 58 meter when I get it out one of these days, which has been a while. But yeah, it's basically gel primer, 2 primes per bottle. When I used it, I only used like 1/3 of a bottle, and actually I was pretty happy with the viscosity of the primer. So anyhow, this will be a future video. For today, we're going to redeem ourselves on our failed Slick Willy Prime with Prime-A-Pac. And it's only 75 feet of hose, so if we screw this up, we're complete idiots. I want to try it on like a 300 footer, but this will be a good one just to compare kind of apples to apples to what we did before. So check back in a second. Right, here we are, back alley. It doesn't even smell like urine, does it?
Not really. Certain spots.
Certain spots, yeah. On a Saturday morning, usually there's a pungent aroma of urine from the previous night's festivities. So this is almost exactly the same as last time. So we got 1 3-inch off the back, and then how much 2.5 have we got?
3 lengths.
2 lengths?
3.
It's a little further than last time.
No, I think we
Yeah. Oh, this is the perfect little tester. You know what I think we should do to really hammer our point across?
What's that?
Just use a 1/2 bag. What do you think?
Sure.
That's about a 1/2 inch down.
Less to capture at the end here. You know, with my pump, I would prime out with this. That's how good I am.
I want to see that video.
That's what the Schwing guys are saying right now.
I want to see that video.
And Dan here, he's tarped up. He's got his safety mat over the elbows. Look at that. This is a mixer driver safe zone. Because we love our mixer drivers. Why is your pump so clean?
It's dirty right now.
Is that the newer boom, or is that the boom that came on it?
It's the original boom?
It is. Because Dan's got 2 of these booms. One of them is just the boom without a truck. But this is the original. What year is this thing?
2020.
Okay, so it's 2 years newer than ours. Definitely cleaner. You know why? Because it's painted gray, it just hides everything. It's strategically painted. There's concrete there somewhere. There actually really isn't. It looks good.
Well, we didn't. We had a Mac issue last time we pumped with it, so it didn't get its proper cleaning.
Oh, okay.
It went straight to Mac instead of going back to our yard to
A Mac issue, huh?
Hard to believe.
You know, actually, you know, it's funny. Mac has gotten a lot better lately, though.
No, it wasn't. It was just a sensor that went. It wasn't a big issue. The reverse, even when we didn't have it in reverse, the light and the beeper were going all the time, whether you're driving forward or whatever. So they had to
Oh,
replace
it's
the
just the
sensor.
detent switch.
Yeah.
Easy one. You got enough sponges for the day? That's the placing boom setup right there. I can't make fun of Dan. We've determined that I have dirty pipes. Dan's pipes are cleaner than mine. We established that in a previous video. Okay, should we mix this up?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna use half a bag. I think that's all we need. I find with this stuff, the earlier you mix it before the pour, like the day before, the better yield you'll get. So half a bag, you'll get a full bucket of nice, what are we after here? We're after a...
Turkey gravy.
Whoa, I was gonna say pancake batter. But I guess that's can be interpreted as to how you prefer to make your pancakes. So I like my batter a little thicker. Here we go. Half a bag?
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, see that was about half, maybe on the light side. What do? You just spray it in, and I'll rotate the bucket once I've got it lighted down. You know it's gonna be crappy today? When the water is cold and it's almost freezing out like it is today, you actually need more powder because it doesn't mix as well. So we'll use more today, I think. What do you think? Or do you want to just go with that?
Let's just let that sit for a bit. See what it's like in 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll hold our horses. Okay. But if you notice that if you ever mix it with warm water, it thickens up way faster.
Yeah.
Like if we use the water from the ready mix truck, it almost instantly thickens up. But so that's what we got right now. We'll check in on this. I'll give it a, yeah, we got 5-10 minutes, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. So what's our plan? Are we going to just throw it in the hose and then right through?
Yeah.
Are you going to pump some out of the reducers first or no?
Oh, we can.
We did on the last one, didn't we?
We did on the last one.
Yeah, so we'll take we'll take a handful in a bucket to keep it a controlled test.
Compare apples to apples.
Can't believe how many videos we're gonna have of trying to prime out through less than 100 feet of hose. But like I said, this is just to be comparable to the last one. This is 100% gonna work. Like there's no way it's not.
I don't see how it can't. I've been wrong before.
If we fail, I think the nature of the video changes. But we're just going to prove, compared to the Slick Willy 3, how much better this is for priming through rubber hose. I mean, the key takeaway is just going to be the convenience of using this stuff, other than having to catch it at the end of the hose, and because it does wreck the concrete, so you cannot pump it directly into the pour area. That's probably the biggest negative with this stuff. Everything else is just a positive. I want to get a little shovel here and stir this.
It's on the roof to burn.
Getting thicker.
Yeah.
But we want to get a good half a bucket, right?
Yeah, we only need half a bucket.
Yeah.
Spray it up again in a little bit.
Yeah, thicken up or add some water in a bit. Because ideally, if you can get 2 primes per bag on that stuff, which we generally do, in one bag, I think it's about the same price as a pack of Slick Pack, maybe even a little bit less. Very cost effective. That's the consistency right there. That's what you want.
The consistency we want right there.
Okay.
So hopefully it thickens up a little more and we can add some more water.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's adding more powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. I like that consistency. And you don't put any water ahead in the hose, do you?
I wet the hoses before I
Do you?
hook them all up.
So what I'll do if I'm priming downhill sometimes or on a long run, I'll put a half a bucket of water in front in the hose, and then I'll make the bentonite actually thicker. So the concrete pushes on the thick slug of bentonite, and the water in the hose pre-moistens ahead of the bentonite, which is probably like way overthinking things, but that's only on like 300-foot line jobs or trying to pour downhill or whatever it is. So okay, we'll check back in a few more minutes here. We need to talk about something else here. Now, do you find I don't know how much you use the vibrator. With it mounted on that side like it is from the factory, you find that it chews up the bushing on this side quite quickly?
This vibrator has been there, well, now for 3 years. It gets used on almost every single job, so every hour the pump is pumping, it's running. And that's still fine there.
Really? Okay. I always found with ours,
I think it depends on the vibrators. I think in the old days, I think it would have made more of a difference. But I find that vibrators nowadays don't vibrate near as hard as the old vibrators.
maybe that's what it is, because our mid-2000s Putzmeisters be mounted there from factory, and within the first year, we would wear out that dowel and bushing so that it was like the dowel was almost gone. So then we moved into the center of the grate, and it balances out the vibration. And it actually, both sides end up lasting for like, shoot, 3-4 years instead of just 1 year versus there. But
yeah, we've had, I think the vibrators aren't, I've noticed the vibrators do not seem to vibrate near as hard as they used to.
I think you're right. You can get in there and adjust the weights on them too. We don't really ever do that. But
Yeah.
have you ever done that?
No, I've never done it. I know you can do it. I've never done it.
I've never really had to. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto something. They don't vibrate as hard as they used to. They were literally vibrating the pump to pieces.
That's about how much we want to prime with.
I think we're going to be bang on with this, Dan. Half a bag for the win. But like I said, if we'd thrown this half a bag in and added water the day before, I bet you we would actually get like a full 5-gallon bucket out of this stuff. How to maximize the yield of your bentonite.
Yeah, this looks, that'll thicken up a little bit more. That'll be perfect. No chunks left.
I like the chunks. I feel like they help to keep from all the rest of it from running ahead, the small hose that I use all the time.
If you used real hose, then you wouldn't care about the chunks.
Oh, real hose. 2-inch for life, man. I should have brought some 2-inch hose down here with me today.
We have some.
It doesn't have to, oh you do?
We have 2-inch.
What do you use that for? Block fill?
Never used it. I got it though.
Oh, well, if you ever want to,
Got 50 feet of 2-inch hose. I've never used it.
if you ever want to get rid of it, if you ever want to get rid of it, this guy will take it right here. Concrete has arrived. I repeat, concrete has arrived. How's our bentonite looking? Oh, it looks perfect. Mwah. Dan, it looks perfect. I'm excited about this. So what are we gonna? We'll throw the bentonite in the hose, and we'll use the same bucket to pump a stroke of concrete into, and then we'll hook the hose up. I was gonna say, I might have to time lapse this if you don't pour it any faster. Hey, he's a perfectionist.
Get the road dirty.
Doesn't want to get the boss dirty because the boss can be a real dick.
Here, hail.
Oh no, look what you did.
Oh, it's not coming out.
Okay. So put one stroke in the bucket, get rid of the first bit of crummy mud. By the time it gets through the barrels and the reducers, the first bit can be a little rocky, so we'll catch that and then we'll hook up. Want to see a trick? Want to learn a trick?
Sure.
Let's show this salty old dog a trick.
Yeah, that'll help.
There, I lubed your gasket for you. See, the whippersnapper learned something new.
Look at that.
Free gasket lubrication. Many, many uses for bentonite powder. It definitely smells like urine now that it's warming up. Oh God.
Over in that corner, and probably by the...
Slow can you go?
Right about there. There it comes.
Well done.
A little bit more.
Well done, young man.
That's it. Put it in reverse for a half a stroke.
So usual line mix. What do you do with the bucket? Just throw it back in the hopper?
Yeah.
Well, good thing we greased that gasket up, eh?
Wouldn't have made a difference.
Oh, yes. Can you just let me be right, like ever?
Made it so much easier.
I like the safety strap, that's good. Good idea. Are you gonna bring the hammer? If you don't bring the hammer, it'll plug. You know how that works. If you want it to plug, don't bring your sledgehammer. See, now it won't plug. Did I miss it? Oh! Here it is. There we go. That happened so fast. It worked so well. There we go. Success. What do you think?
It worked.
It worked. Now we just got a bucket of crap, and with that, when the job's done, we'll throw it in the hopper, right? We take it to washout?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that stuff in your floor. Not in any sort of thickness, you don't want it. We call this segment Dan Runs the Hose. Not bad for a rookie. We should have brought the 2-inch hose for you. That looks heavy. How's that for a little power trawl? Folds right up. It's a little beauty. The urban power trawl. It's in my lunch bag and I left it at home. But you have a 3-inch sponge? I have an idea. Let's try and suck it back, and if we fail, we could just put the end hose in the hopper and blow it into the hopper.
Okay.
Worst case scenario. What do you think?
Sure.
You ever watch Muddy Feet concrete pumping?
Yeah.
The little trailer pump? He could suck it back. But he's pretty good.
He's amazing though.
And he's from Texas.
They can do all kinds of things in Texas we can't.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
That's stronger.
Even their sponges, and stronger. So we'll find out. I think it'll do it, no problem. Hopefully. Can I inspect? Oh yeah, same one I got. You know another trick that I do with it? I'll roll it in bentonite. Can we do that?
Sure.
It helps it seal a little bit better. It's mostly just slurry water, but it'll work. You know what? Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got it. So many uses for bentonite. One greasy sponge. Okay, so here's what we got. Floor is done. Pull this mixer ahead. Pull this hose out. Throw it back in the hopper. Oh, what do you got? You baking a cake?
Making a cake.
There we go. We'll bring the hose back to the hopper. Dan will put his magic pixie dust in there. We'll cycle the sugar through. And then we're gonna put a 3-inch sponge on the end of the 2.5-inch hose. We're gonna suck it all back into the pump. And if that doesn't work, we'll just put the blow cap on the end here. And we'll blow it all back into the pump. That bucket of bentonite we caught earlier, goosh, right in there. So we don't have another job. This is going straight to the washout area. So by the time we're all done here, nice, clean, simple, easy, effective, efficient. We can say that we don't even need water because the sugar is going to slump it up so much anyhow.
Yeah.
As soon as that sugar mixes in, you'll see it'll gush this stuff right up. See how much lighter that is now? And that's with no water. That's just the effect of the sugar. Give her the roll the hose. That's what I always do. And then the sponge will get moving. Oh yeah, it's going. There's one down.
Aiden, what are you doing with the remote? This one's not quite though.
So a little schmeggy.
This one's quite schmeggy.
Just from the ball going through the reducer, it doesn't expand out quite fast enough. It'll be empty, just a little schmeggy. Do you want to put the bucket under, or will it not rotate? Oh. Little rinse on that guy. Sloppy hopper. One hopper full of dead concrete. Your sponge. Ta-da! See, everything's pretty clean. The 3-inch hose will give that a little rinse. It was a little bit schmeggy. But all these 2.5s ready to go back on the truck. Pull it into the S-tube for travel. Okay, I'm leaving now.
Okay.
So what did we think? What did we use? We used
Half a bag.
and then we used like an eighth of a bag to coat our sponge and bentonite. We could have planned that a bit better.
We could have just dumped. We were thinking ahead. We would have just rolled it
Yeah,
in the beginning before we started.
in the bottom of the bucket. No, you can keep that. That's for you. That's compliments of Concrete Pump Supply. That's Sean over there. Sean at Concrete Pump Supply.
Prime-A-Pac.
It worked. It worked?
It worked
It worked.
great.
I think, like I said, if we mixed that the day before, we'd end up with a full 5-gallon bucket of the right consistency. The longer it sits in the water, the better. So anyhow, we are believers. I'll try and do an upcoming video with like 300 feet of line. So this is pretty easy, pretty simple. But it definitely did what the Slick Willy didn't, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It worked way better than the Slick Willy.
Way better. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. Highly, highly recommended. So, and even sucking the sponge back worked. That guy from Texas, I think he's onto something. He's yeah.
Turn the volume up a bit. But...
Turn the volume up, but we got a little bit to learn. It's not a swing, it's only a putzmeister. So, you know, it's a little bit more challenged, right? So, just like the operators. Anyhow,
Okay.
what do we?
Sunny side up.
Yeah, stay safe, shiny side up, yada yada yada. Catch you on the next one. Just gonna pose beside this dumpster here in this back alley. Maybe the grease bins here. Huh? How's that? There's the thumbnail right there. Anyhow, catch you on the next one. Goodbye.